Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna do these videos kind of quick today because there's really nothing to talk about on YNR. Okay, so they did something smart when they had the cast members who came for the wedding stay for Thanksgiving because I kind of thought about this and it looks like they're gonna have the Thanksgiving episode tomorrow, which I kind of figured anyway, but I just didn't know. Um, And I guess Bold and the Beautiful is going to do Thanksgiving tomorrow too. The reason I don't know is because every time I look at the description box, it says a soap about the high glam life of LA fashionista, whatever. Has nothing to do with like what the storyline is. So, um, okay. So on Why Not, they had everybody's inviting everybody for Thanksgiving. But like I said, they're not all together yet, so it can't happen. And then the other storyline is apparently Victor got together with Adam again to start their plan against Billy, which I don't even know why they have a thing against Billy. I thought their thing was going to be about Kane because he kind of um, messed with everybody in Genoa City. So Billy is kind of a surprise. So yeah, okay. And then the other storyline, which is the one I hate, is Sharon and Nick trying to find Noah. And there are two reasons I don't like it. As the audience, we already know he's fine. He's with Sienna, kind of hiding wherever they are. I don't know where they are, but they're trapped, right? But they're fine. But because the parents aren't supposed to know yet, they have to play like they don't know anything. So they're searching, and it's like you feel like it's a fruitless search, although you know it's not going to be. It just feels that way. And then Sharon is screaming and crying again. If I was Sharon Case and not have been on the soap opera for as long as she had, I would be saying, um, what do you think that's all I can do? Is scream and cry? But that's just me. Um, yeah, so that was it for the storyline. And like I said, Harrison wants Claire at the Abbott. Well, okay, and then there's another side, but it all has to do with Thanksgiving and like stuff like that. Okay, so but I guess it's okay because it's leading up to that. Okay. So um Kyle, I think well, I know this much and then I think something. I know Kyle wants to be back together with Claire. I know that. Okay, I think that he thinks um if he invites Claire to Thanksgiving, they can maybe start to reconcile. Now, they're all putting it under the umbrella that it's for Harrison because, suspiciously and not suspiciously, Summer hasn't been there and is not going to be there for Thanksgiving. Um, and kind of a side note, I don't know if they're going to recast the character of Summer. You would think that they would, but I don't know at what point. Because I talked about this before, but Allison and Lanier chose to kind of step away from the soap opera to raise a child or something. So that's what happened with that. But I don't know if they're going to recast it. Um, okay. So because Summer's not there, you know, Claire's kind of Harrison wants Claire there, and so they're using that as a way for them to get back together, whatever. And then also, I've noticed that the interactions between Claire and Holden have become fewer and fewer, and now it's like totally non-existent. So I've noticed that. But the interesting thing was that finally, and this always happens, I think. Um, okay, so I'm sure people in my audience have had a relationship before where, okay, say you want to be in a relationship with somebody, right? So most of us try to get our parents' approval or somebody in our family's approval of the relationship, because not only approval, acceptance, and like to give the green light and all that stuff. So for the longest time, Victor was like, "There's no way. I don't want a new and Claire, especially Claire with Kyle. I don't want that." Yeah. Okay, so after all the ups and downs, she finally gives up and breaks up with Kyle. Now, just today, Victor says, "Well, Kyle might be okay." And so Claire jumped on it what I was thinking. And I said, like, you waited until I broke up with him and now you're okay with it. And he goes, "Well, I have been known to change my mind when I look at the situation and see for what it is." I'm like, oh, God. Okay. So yeah, that's happened. But tomorrow should be great. Tomorrow should be epic. So I am all ready for it because we're gonna get to see a bunch of the cast all at the same time and all the interconnectedness. I'm ready for it. So yeah. All right. Bye guys.